Sometimes, the people we leave behind are the ones we'll spend the rest of our lives trying to find again. He left everything behind, his wife, his two sons, the town he grew up in, and disappeared. No goodbye note, no explanation, just vanished. 20 years later, he came back, but the house was empty. No family, no laughter, no forgiveness. This is the true story of Thomas Reddick, a man who thought running away would bring him peace, but came back to find nothing but silence. Watch till the end to understand the real reason he left and the moral that could save someone from making the same mistake. The goodbye that never happened. Thomas Reddick was a working-class father from Des Moines, Iowa. He worked 10-hour shifts at a steel factory, came home exhausted, barely spoke to his kids, and often drank just to sleep. His marriage with Lisa was cracking, not from infidelity, but from emotional distance. His two sons, Aaron and Caleb, were 8 and 6 at the time. One morning, he packed a small bag and left. No fight, no argument. He just drove away. He left behind a wife who was tired of trying, kids too young to understand what abandonment meant, a house filled with questions no one could answer. He changed his name, took a job as a truck driver out west, and never looked back. The illusion of freedom. On the road, Thomas convinced himself that he was doing the right thing. They're better off without me. I was a burden. They'll move on. For 20 years, he worked state to state. Never settled. Never married again. Always avoided the past. But with every mile, guilt followed like a shadow. He started having recurring dreams of a house with no lights on. Every birthday of his kids came and went. He didn't know who they had become. One night, parked in a Walmart lot in Arizona, he broke down. He cried for hours. He whispered, "I want to go home." Coming home to silence. Thomas finally returned to Iowa at 61. The house he once owned was still there. New paint, new mailbox. He walked up, knocked on the door. A stranger opened. I used to live here. Do you know the Reddicks? We moved in 5 years ago. I think they left around 2010. Thomas felt like the ground was falling from under him. He tried looking them up. Lisa had remarried 10 years ago. Aaron was in Texas, married, a father of 2. Caleb had passed away in 2016 from liver failure. He was only 26. No funerals, no calls, no cloche, a letter to no one. He found Lisa's address from an old friend. He never knocked. Instead, he wrote a letter and left it in her mailbox. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't expect anything. I just needed you to know. I left because I thought I was the problem. But I see now, silence was worse than any failure. I've missed 20 years trying to find peace, only to realize peace was the family I abandoned. I am sorry for everything, for every birthday I missed, for every hug I never gave, for being a coward. Thomas, he walked away. What we can learn. Thomas now lives in a small apartment alone. He volunteers at a local shelter, teaching kids how to fix bikes. He hasn't spoken to Aaron. He knows he doesn't deserve to, but he hopes one day, maybe a door will open again. Running away may feel like freedom, but real peace only comes when we face our truth. Life doesn't give you infinite chances. Some people won't be there when you finally come back. Say what you need to say today. Don't let pride silence the love that still lives. If this story moved you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Comment below. Family is everything. If you believe it's never too late to make things right. Subscribe for more true stories that touch the heart and teach real life.